Well, hey folks, good morning and welcome to Worship Wednesday. My name is Eli and I'm the director of worship here at Summit Church, and I'm grateful to be with y'all this morning. If you're coming to this later, grateful to be with you now, whenever it is. And so let's go ahead and jump into our Worship Wednesday this week. We'll start taking a look here at our memory verse, which comes from the book of Proverbs, Proverbs 11:25, chapter 11, verse 25, and it reads, "The generous will prosper; those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed." And I think that's definitely a good reminder for me, for all of us. And not just a reminder, I guess, but like an actual, like this is part of how the world works, it's part of how the character of God is like imbued into the way that He's designed us to be. This notion that God is generous, that's part of what it means for God to be God, is to be self-giving. And that's the kind of God that we worship, and that's how God created us to be as well. And and so I was thinking kind of about that a little bit, and this song's been on my head. It usually comes to mind for me whenever we're thinking about generosity, whenever we're thinking about gratitude, and the meditation moment today is a great one to dive into, to think a little bit more about what this might mean for us in some specific areas. But we're gonna sing a song that I think about, that we haven't sung it in a church service in a while, but it's one that I think we know. Okay, so let's sing "Giver of Life." Generous God, giver of life, you know just what we need. You've heard our prayer, you will provide. You know just what we need. And I know who you are. I know who you are. Our God is a giver of life. Our God is the strength in life. Everything that we would ever need, you supply. Even when I lack, I will remember you are the giver of life. Consistent God, you never change. You have always been good. I see I'll trust the giver. I'll trust the giver. When I don't know the answers, I know the giver. I know the giver. He will not leave me abandoned. I'll trust the giver. I'll trust the giver. Our God is a giver of life. Our God is a strength in the light. Our God is a giver of life. Our God is a strength in the light. Everything I need will supply. Even when I lack, I will remember you are the giver of life. Oh, I trust the giver. Oh, I trust the giver. Well, yeah, I will do my best to trust the giver today, the giver of life, the giver of all good gifts. And I hope that that can be true for you as well. And I hope that for all of us that we can just be open, wide open to receive the gifts that God has for us today, such that they can flow through us into the world around us. That we might be bearers of God's presence, that we might share the gifts that God has given us today, and be the presence of Christ to one another. So with that, I'm going to say it's wonderful to be with y'all this morning, and say take care, and we'll see y'all soon. All right, bye-bye.